welcome to the Bad Belly. I thought that to start off today, I would give you an update on my challenges. I have finished 2 more since your last update. So I have completed the Fructan challenge using wheat. I have other Fructan challenges to do. I've still got to do the onion one and the garlic one. But wheat is done. And I also finished the Sorbitol challenge, which was pretty exciting because that one went the best of any of the challenges that I've done so far. So I guess I'll start with wheat because I did it first. Day 1 of wheat, I was supposed to eat a slice of whole grain bread, and I was out that day, and I went to a pumpkin carving contest. And it was a lot of fun because I look forward to that every year. And if you've checked my Insta or my Facebook, you will have seen this year's pumpkin. I did a beach theme. So that was a good time. But while I was there, there were sandwiches with the kind of bread I needed. So I thought, oh, this is terrific. I'll just find out what's in them. So there were 2 people there who worked at the shop that made the sandwiches. So I thought, well, hey, I'm in luck, right? So I asked, garlic, onion. Nope, there's nothing in it except for mayonnaise. Oh, well, perfect. I eat a lot of mayonnaise. Great way to get fat and calories in. And I'm too lazy to make my own salad dressings most of the time, so in goes a scoop of mayonnaise and I'm quite content. So I had the sandwich, half a sandwich, because that's 1 slice of bread. And I thought something was maybe a little off. Well, it turns out I got caught up in, and I don't know where all this is a thing, but I know it's certainly a thing here in Canada, or at least in southwestern Ontario, where Miracle Whip is synonymous with mayonnaise for a lot of people. Now, I have no problem with Miracle Whip. I grew up on this stuff. It's fine. I find it a little sweet now that I've changed over to mayonnaise. But the problem with Miracle Whip is it is not FODMAP friendly. The onion powder in it doesn't help, and I think there are a couple other things in there that I'm not supposed to have. So my reaction to the Miracle Whip really wasn't great. But once I figured out, like I Googled it and read the ingredient list and knew that that was the culprit. So I didn't blame the wheat Fructans. I continued with the challenge. Day 2 went fine. Day 3 was also fine in the sense, not that I didn't have a reaction, because I did, but just in the sense that the reaction was something that I could handle, and I know that I can take maybe smaller amounts of wheat or take wheat flour in other ways, not in a whole grain form, because I struggle with whole grains anyway as a non-FODMAP issue. That was good, and then I moved on to blackberries with the sorbitol, and it went really well. I didn't have any reactions that would cause me to stop any of the way through, and my reactions were the most mild of any of the challenges that I've done so far, even when I got to day 3. And I haven't stopped any of my challenges yet. I've been able to keep going and hit the 3rd day with everything, which is pretty terrific. So I have noticed with my challenges that I have been deliberately avoiding the challenges that I think are going to be the most problematic. So I haven't done 2 of the Fructan challenges, garlic and onion. I have not done lactose. I haven't done mannitol because mushrooms, I love mushrooms, but they're a little bit scary for somebody who's FODMAPing. I'll probably do mannitol next. The big thing with my challenges now, before, and I guess part of the reason why I haven't done any videos recently, my procedure has been moved. So I'm no longer going in on the 9th, I'm now going in on the 19th. So it's, in this video, I'm just going to talk about how it's going to impact my challenge phase, because that's kind of our focus, and we'll talk about feelings in a few minutes. The reason I'm worried it'll impact my challenge stage is because the colonoscopy prep and perhaps the colonoscopy itself could wipe out my flora. So over the last however long it's been, 10, 11 weeks, I've been working with my low FODMAP elimination to improve my gut bacteria so that I can digest food better, which has absolutely been the result. I'm eating foods, non-FODMAP restricted foods that I haven't been able to eat in a long time. So I've been having small amounts of fried foods. I haven't been pushing it with grains or seeds, but I have had a couple of nuts. So the good news about having the procedure moved is that I have more time to get more challenges in. I'm actually hopeful that I'm going to be able to plow through most of them, because I've still got almost 2 weeks. So I should be able to get, I'm hoping 3 more challenges in, one of which will be mannitol, probably lactose, and then we'll see what I do for the third one, depending on how those 2 go. So it's nice to have the extra time, but my concern is that I won't, I'm not going to get them all in. And then even if I do the ones I have gotten done, my concern is that because my flora is going to be wiped out, are my tolerances going to be the same? Do I have to start over? And I can't find an answer to that. I'm going to go in and talk with Tammy, see what she has to say about it. That's my dietitian. She may not know either. And it may be a situation where we have to play it by ear. I know at this point, she's definitely in the camp that I am going to have to start over. She's banking on 6 to 8 weeks to get back to where I was, which is essentially just redoing the elimination stage and starting at the beginning. I think, though, that the difference for me this time is chiefly psychological. I can go into it, even if I have to start elimination completely from the beginning, I can go into it knowing that it works. Knowing that, yes, it's hard, but I will get the results. Whereas when I did it first time, this time, I went into it blind, only knowing that it was my last chance and being very hopeful that it would work. So I feel a lot more confident going into this because I already know how positive my results can be. Also, I'm a big believer that if I go into this with a really negative attitude, thinking that, yeah, it's going to take 8 weeks for me to recover from this, I might have to start over, it might be all different. I don't see that how that can help me in any real way. So I'm trying to just let it go, I guess. It's going to be what it is anyway, and there's very little I can do to impact or mitigate what my body's going to do. I'm just going to have to take it as it comes and feel confident that I know that what I'm doing works. And even if it's frustrating because I have to do it again, at least I know it can work, right? I guess it's kind of like yo-yo dieting. At least I know I can lose it. So, I don't know. It's all how you look at things, right? But I think that's probably a pretty good challenge update. I made it through 2 more. They went really well. They're always a little bit scary because I never know what I'm going to get, and especially when I'm in a place where things are relatively stable and I'm digesting food well and not spending hours on end in the bathroom. The prospect of having to upset that apple cart and go back into the bathroom or screw up my digestion isn't a lot of fun, but it's the only way that I'm going to learn what's going to work and what isn't going to work. So if you're struggling along with this too, I know everybody's body is different and we're all reacting to things differently. But I think it's good to hear that there are people who are being successful at it, and I would certainly count myself among them. So I hope you have a wonderful day in spite of this miserable fall weather. Thank you so much for coming along for the literal ride with me today. And I will be back to talk at you very soon. Ciao, ciao. Thank you.